emotion on his face either. He's like, fuck these guys.
It was on the Knicks too.
Yeah.
Knicks are so bad.
Yeah. Welcome to episode 32 of Eggcast with John Egger. I'm sitting here with my main man Chris Swack.
What's happening?
Eggcast regular Sean Rain. We're just hanging out, man. We've been talking a little bit about this comedy show that's coming up at Rowan. Me and Chris are doing it. Sean was entered as well, but he doesn't really have any material, and like you can't rush into a show like that. I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah. I'm an engineer.
Yeah, right.
I don't have time to do anything.
Yeah, you ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, I don't have time.
You ain't got time for that shit.
I don't even have time to say hi to a girl. Just say hi to my own parents. You know, it's just a depressing situation.
You engineer yet?
No.
Talk to me when you engineer.
No, Dad, I'm depressed. All right, well, talk to me when you're not depressed. I'm your engineer. I'm Asian. I can make jokes like that.
Yeah,
so it's okay.
True.
You can't.
Yeah, true. I won't put any of those in my act or anything. Dude, it's crazy because I'm not gonna say anything like on this podcast like this, but like they were telling us the rules of this show. They're like nothing. Racial, whatever. But like, what if you like said okay, and then you went up there and just started like?
No, it's like okay, we can't be racist. Let's make some sex jokes.
Oh no. So you got something to look at while you're talking to them. You remember that from Family Guy?
Yeah.
Dude, that like.
I was watching American Dad the other night, and I remember like. I forgot what it was. It was like Steve came home after like his homecoming dance. He was like just really depressed, and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna go hit the sack." And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Dude, that's classic. Yeah. It's like that's the same thing in like Family Guy. Like they're always making masturbating jokes with Chris.
Yeah, I mean I love Seth MacFarlane though, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of people have mixed feelings about him, but he's funny as shit.
I'm trying to. They just made a joke on the last episode that I can't remember, but if I do, I'll bring it up. But yeah, it's November. We're getting towards finals. How are you guys holding up so far? How's everything going?
I think I'm chilling.
What's your major?
I got psychology, philosophy, and then I minor in French.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I got like all the useless things, and I just combined them, hoping I can get a job.
It's like French.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool though. I mean,
you can become a French psychologist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I want to take at least like one philosophy class just for shits and giggles. I didn't want to like, run into a situation where like the professor was like just some nut.
Yeah.
And,
I think I'm taking one next semester as like a lit. I think it's intro to philosophy.
I'm taking like
I got some professors for you.
I'm taking intro to global lit next semester. I need a lit requirement.
I had a guy who told me to take that, but I don't know. I took something.
I don't even know what it. I mean, it's just global lit.
Like,
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm a writing major, but I really think I major in like 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I major in like whatever I can take in a convenient time. Like, but I still try to get all my classes in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't like making huge breaks for myself. Like this year, I have like an hour and 15 break in between. I feel like that's the perfect break to like get something done, whether it's just like some homework or like go to the gym or something, and then go to the next one, rather than like. I can't have a 5-hour break and expect myself to go back to class. Like I know myself. Like I'll skip. And I skip now.
Mondays and Wednesdays I'll have an 11 a.m. class, and then I'll have a 6-hour break, and then I have my next class is at 6:30.
Yeah.
Until 7:20.
Yeah. How's my freshman year?
Yeah, I like it. At the same time though, it's just like I don't know. Like the night class just seems so unnecessary. It's just like
yeah.
What am I doing here?
That was like my spring semester of freshman year. I took Comp 2 at like 8:15 at night. Like I took it from like whenever 8 to 9:15 or something like that. Like, and it was just brutal. Like it was just a joke. Like I didn't write. I just like I thought it was dumb. I couldn't write anything. Like I wrote my whole portfolio 2 days before it was due. And I think I got like a C on it. But like that's freshman year, bro.
Yeah.
Like and comp was so like and it's crazy because I was nervous because like I performed like bad in comp, like for my writing classes. I was really nervous coming up to my sophomore year. But then once I just like delved into it, and like I was kind of in a weird space mentally too, so I feel like I was getting a lot of it out by just writing, and I really like did well. Like I really just like did everything, and like I was barely socializing, like I was barely doing much else, but like I was just like in here just like trying to pump the shit out, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like it went well, but yeah, Comp 2 I tanked. That shit was a joke. Like,
I mean, I was so glad, like, my Comp 2 professor was, like, I think he was going through, like, some kind of midlife crisis, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, you had the same case?
I don't think so.
Oh, no. I was talking to,
you were happy about
just
that?
relating.
Oh, no, but, like, not that, but, like, he didn't even, we would just half-ass all of our papers, me and my friends, and he just would give us A+, A+. Like, my one friend didn't even do the paper. It was, like, 15% of our grade, and he still got a B in the class. Like, I don't even think he even counted it towards his final grade. He just did it like as an incomplete.
Yeah,
and he just got a B in the class. Like the guy just didn't give a fuck at all.
Damn.
Tough.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was a good guy though. I mean, I hope he's doing well now.
My Comp 2 professor was funny though. Like, I still fuck with him sometimes. Like, I would see him in the library because he would have conferences with kids, and I would send an email to him and be like, "Hey, I see you," and like he wouldn't know exactly who it was from. He's like, "What the fuck?" Like, and then like I would like run over him and be like, "What's up, man?" Like, and he'd be like, "Oh, fucking, like it's you." Like, he'd be like, "What's up, dude?" Like, you know.
Yeah.
No, you're always gonna run into some hilarious professors down the line. I mean.
Freshman year was awesome. I took experiencing acting. Have either of you guys, like, I know you haven't taken it. Have you taken that
I took
yet?
a different art, so I have to.
Yeah.
I took art appreciation.
Well, dude,
Trash.
you should have taken acting, man.
I wanted to.
Acting is it was so fun.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like really like.
Oh, for an art requirement.
Yeah, and it was really a chance to like get good at like I feel like by the end of the semester I was like a decent actor, and like I really was hoping to take like I want to find somewhere where I can take like weekly acting classes or something because like you can't take the course over again at Rowan, like they allow that.
No,
but,
you
like,
can. I mean, you technically can, but I mean.
It won't count towards anything.
Yeah.
Well, basically,
true.
like, actually, I think they changed it at Rowan, like, so you can like, let's say you get an A in the class the first time. If you did decide to retake it, whatever you get the second time will overwrite the first grade. So you can get a D the second time,
True.
and they'll just take that A out. They'll forget about it, and that D will be on your transcript.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. My professor told me that this year, but
That's
it's
rough.
Can you do the opposite? Like if you got a D in a class, can you retake it?
of course and
And
get
then
an
get
A.
an A?
Oh yeah, people always do that.
Yeah.
It'll be the same way, both ways, but it's just like, that's kind of stupid though. Like you think like they take the best grade,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it's I don't
That's
know.
I mean,
Probably what you'd
acting.
expect.
They'll be
I
like,
think
oh, if he fucks up again, maybe he'll retake it again and more money for
Yeah.
us, maybe.
it's hard to
Ooh.
fail acting, but like I think I still got a B in it because
No,
I forgot he had these weekly
No, there's
reading
some pretty
journals we had to
stupid
turn in
people.
on like Google or something like
Yeah.
these, or not even reading journals but these weekly like acting journals or something, and like we had to turn them, and I just kept forgetting. Like I don't fucking remember that, you
Yeah.
know? Like I
gotta-
need
you
you
gotta
to
write
give
that-
me a piece of paper and then I'll do it on that or
Yeah.
something. Like I don't know. I'm just,
I agree completely.
You
Yeah.
gotta write that down, man. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
Fuck the
I would-
agendas. They stopped
yeah.
giving them to us.
Dude, I
Yeah.
haven't even touched.
I
my-
got one freshman year.
I don't even know where mine went. I never
Oh.
used it once.
Oh no, I got one sophomore year too because my one professor was we were doing like a class game and she was giving them out as like prizes. So I was like, I'll take one of those fucking things. But I used it for maybe a month. Like I always think to myself like, oh, I'll be way more organized if I just sit down and write everything in my agenda. But I'm like, you know what? That's just not my style, man. Like I'm just trying to like. The way that I schedule my classes or in my head is like, say I have Monday classes, I'll look on Sunday and just look at the class and just see if there's anything due.
For that
you
day.
know? Yeah, like
Yeah.
same thing with like all my other classes. I mean, some of them are kind of simple. Like I take communication theory and it's so fucking easy. Like we have one literature review paper, which is basically like a 5-page like paper, you know, like on like whatever, and then like 2 exams, which like you can like literally keyword search the book, and then like just like bullshit like class participation and like workshop whatever like it's literally that simple of a class. And like the other day I wanted to skip and my girlfriend's telling me like we shouldn't skip, we already skipped like 3 of them, like what if like what does it say on his syllabus, whatever. So like, all right, we'll check the syllabus. We checked the syllabus and all it said was like any student who is absent is responsible for retrieving the material, and that's how it should be like all the time, because that's real life. That's, you know, sometimes if you really feel like you can make more time for yourself by not showing up to this class, but you can still do well in the material and get by and do, like, you should be able to.
Yeah.
And like some professors understand that, and I feel like that's how it was for like a long time ago in college, and like some professors still get it, and some really stick with the attendance thing, you know?
I don't understand why attendance is a requirement, like, as part of the grade.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I'm paying for it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
paying to be there, but like,
fuck off.
We'll roll the dice. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I've
You know?
taken classes where I could have just not shown up at all the entire semester. Like, just show up to take the tests. And just
Yeah.
teach myself the material, and I still would have been fine.
Yeah,
Or at
yeah.
least just show up when like something was important.
Yeah, exactly. Like there were classes like for example, I took American grammar and like that was my last class of a 3-class block, and I would always skip it. And like I would go sometimes like just because like the most of it was pretty like simple, but like and it was funny because the lady who taught it, she was I don't want to say anything against her because she's an amazing lady, super nice lady. She was awesome, but she was foreign. I think she was Argentinian, and she had like a foreign accent. So like I felt like and I know maybe she was teaching it for a long time, so it seemed like whatever, but the way she taught us grammar felt like it was coming from somebody who English wasn't their first language, you know?
Yeah.
And
That's
I was
how it
kind
was
of
when
just
that's how it was when I took Spanish.
and I was like, hey lady, I hate to break it to you, but like I've been speaking this I've been doing this my whole life. Like I'm a native of this
Oh, yeah.
of this bullshit. Like I know how, you know?
Yeah.
Like I would show up now and again. We had to learn diagramming, which I never had to do before. Like apparently sometimes they teach it in like Catholic high schools for grammar, but like I didn't know how the fuck to do that not because like it has anything to do with the English language, but it's
Yeah.
like their own fucking little game they came up with to map out grammar.
Yeah.
And like it's like you have to put this here and this here. There's like all these fucking rules. It's like so like I had to learn that. But like everything else was just kind of like weird, R, you know, like like yeah, like shit like that. And like there were times where I really felt like I was saying it right, and she'd be like, no, that's wrong because of this, and I'd be like, but I was like, you know what, it's not worth arguing it. Like one thing, you know, I was like, fuck it. It was funny though, because that semester I got all A's, but then I got an A- in her class, which is still an A, but like fucking A-, like, bitch, it's grammar.
Fuck,
like I don't know.
grades don't matter.
Yeah, that is also true. Like I really feel like it's weird because I don't feel like I'm one of those people who feels like school didn't do anything for me, because I feel like I'm like learning a lot.
I'm learning a lot.
I'm learning a lot, and I'm like meeting a lot of people, and I'm like connecting like opportunities, whatever, through school. But like a lot of the stuff that we do in our writing arts like major per se, like and like specific like just weird classes are never going to pertain to me. Like I love, for example, like I love my writing comedy class. I think that's awesome. I love doing the radio at Rowan. Like there's a lot of things that I find really valuable at Rowan that aren't necessarily my like core classes. You know, I feel like my core classes I'm really just doing to do, because like I have to attach some type of title to the 4 years I spent at the place. Like, but yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, man. I'm just like, it's I don't know. It's really fun to be there, honestly. Like. Like bullshit aside, like it's more like I feel like I find value in like the extracurriculars that I'm involving myself in and getting experience in, rather than like the a lot of the classes, and that's just me. But yeah,
it's like you get what you put into it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You put into it and
yeah. Which, I mean, like, look at, you know, like this Monday, this comedy show, like, I wouldn't be able to do this somewhere else. Like, I mean, sure, I could go over to Philly and do, like, an open mic, but it makes it pretty convenient to have something, like, going on right here. Yeah. And I was kind of a little skeptical about it in the past, because I thought to myself, I'm like, if I ever were to do comedy, like, I don't think I'd want to do it at, like, a college, but I don't think it's as high-strung as everybody makes it out to be. Yeah. I feel like a lot of college kids are just kids, and they can, like, take a joke, you know, and like as long as you're really not pushing the envelope, because like I mean I guess sometimes it can work and it's good to really do that anyway, but if you can find the funny in like simpler things, like I think that like kind of shows, you know, they like better at it. But like I watched a lot of these fucking Rowan comedy competition things, and like didn't really laugh. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Like a couple dudes made me laugh, but like not much. Like it was like just weird stuff, man.
Exactly.
Like,
this is probably like a lot of people's like first time, like only time they do this too. It's
probably like, too. Which is crazy to think about.
It's more just like a college activity than a comedy thing.
That's true. But it does make me worry, because it makes me think like, oh, is this gonna be like the first time I do it? But I think I already kind of know that that's not true, because I even told myself when I entered this, I was like, no matter what happens, like you have to do this, you know? Like if you eat shit, like you have to eat shit to like
succeed, to get better.
I mean,
a lot of people, you know, who've become very good comedians, they've failed in the past.
All the time.
And all the time, yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, that's what
And they
made
still
them great.
do. Like, there's guys who are really good, and they might, like, guys that are professionals, and they still might go up every now and again and, like, you know, bomb in front of a crowd.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah, you gotta understand what that feels like. I mean,
yeah.
I saw John Mulaney live, and he bombed on one of his jokes, like
Really?
a sold-out, double-stacked auditorium, and he was like, "Well, that's what you guys were supposed to laugh, but whatever." Like he like completely bombed on one of the jokes.
What
He
was?
took
Do you
it in
remember?
stride.
Do you remember what joke it was?
He was like talking about how like the police boots
Mm-hmm.
were like, they're like so like usable and everything. They're like combat boots. You can wear them to a wedding. You can wear them to a funeral. You can step on someone's head with them or something. He was like
Yeah.
talking about like the utility. It just didn't land. with the
Yeah,
setup.
yeah.
I was in line at Wawa today. The guy in front of me, well, you know how you go buy something at Wawa, the lady or at the cashier would ask, "Would you like to donate $1 for such and such?"
Yeah.
And the guy says, the guy in front of me, he's like, I don't know if he was just trying to make a joke, and he looked at me, hoping I would laugh. I just kind of laughed awkwardly. He
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I'll donate $1 for the homeless, not the police." And I was just like,
Oh no.
ha 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 ha.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what
got
I mean?
them.
Yeah. And then she's like, would you like to donate $1 for such and such? No. What?
Give me $1.
That kind of reminds me
Think
of
money
the,
grows on trees?
That kind of reminds me of the part in my act where the lady's like, the guy's like, "Do you think?" The lady's like, "Sir, are you a veteran?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do whatever you want."
I gave that guy the kawaii laugh, you know, just the.
Yeah. You actually brought up a great point that I was gonna say, before I forgot it. How like you said John Mulaney just kind of took his joke in stride.
Yeah.
I think that's really important too. Like I watched an old video of Ralphie May where he was moving through his act, and sometimes the jokes like wouldn't land, and he would be fine. He just moved on to the next joke, and you could tell it didn't break him. Like you could tell he was all right. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna stay up here,
Yeah,
stay confident. You just
take
have
it
to be
like a champ.
confident, because like as soon as a crowd sees that you're folding, you've lost them. You know, you don't have a chance of winning them back. Like as long as you go up with a good presence, like, and that's just what I keep trying to remind myself, because I'm
Confidence.
like, yeah. But like it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be really good.
That will be.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what other acts are there, because I
Me too.
wonder like I don't know. I mean, obviously for pressure's sake, me and you would want everybody else to kind of be like not doing so great, but
rowing bucks.
yeah, exactly. But like
The prize is $300 rowing bucks.
Second place gets 200. Third place gets
Yeah.
100.
100 rowing bucks. That's great. What is that? What's the?
I don't even know what a rowing buck is.
What's
I don't
the?
know.
you can buy like food and shit with it.
Really?
Like yeah.
What's
like
the dollar ratio from real dollars to rowing dollars?
I don't know.
It's like Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's like
Probably 1 to 1.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
it's like 1/10 of a penny is
St-
one rowing buck.
Shroot bucks.
Yeah, true.
1 million shroot bucks.
Shroot
Like,
bucks to Stanley Nichols.
yeah, Stanley.
What's the ratio of leprechauns to unicorns?
Did I stutter? Stanley was such a great character on The Office, man.
What an animal.
Yeah. Tank.
Yeah. But yeah,
Absolute unit.
yeah, like I think it'll be fun. Like I'm really hoping like a couple dudes, like it would be cool to see someone go up and just like kill and just see what they were working with, and let's see like if like I don't know. There's one dude doing it. This kid Sean Kelly that I know. Shout out to him. He was in like one of my classes. I think he's like also like the director. So one of he's like some type of head at the radio station. Like he has some type of important like job there. But yeah, I know he's doing it. So it should be interesting, because like I don't know if he does stand up or not, but it's like should be cool to see like just like a kid I've seen in class, like what his thoughts are. You know? And like where, because that's really like when it comes down to it, that's really what it is. Like when like I feel like when you see a comedian perform, you get to know like what thoughts are going on in their head when they're just like sitting there daydreaming.
Well, yeah, you're just picking.
You know,
you just pick their brain.
Yeah, they're picking their own brain for you
They're
and
throwing their brain at you.
putting it. They're putting it out. Yeah, it's cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so fucking excited.
I'm wondering if it's gonna get recorded.
I told my girlfriend, I don't know if she's gonna go, but I told her like I think she's gonna go. Like I told her just like record it. So if you want, I could probably get her to record like both of our sets and then send you the set.
You know, I've like said this so many times that I'm still sick that they did not record Mr. Highland Night. Like they didn't have an official tape.
I think there's one tape that exists.
Really?
Ever, yeah.
Really?
I think it's on my neighbor's phone.
How's your new? Oh, because they tape the whole thing.
I think so. Or they tape like the portions and chunks.
Cool. We have.
You have a
We have
copy of that
clips.
by any chance?
No, I think it's my senior year. The whole one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have clips of
Like our
like
opening
the,
dance.
the skit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Somebody
I have
has
footage
that.
of like
Yeah.
art, like my own personal like stuff. Like
Yeah, I don't have footage of the band, dude. We had it. I think there's some maybe on like my mom's Facebook or something. But like somebody took a full length video of us playing, and I don't have it anymore. I lost it. But it is what it is.
It sucks because like the one like IT guy that we have just sucks at
bad.
home. He's just terrible
oh
human.
my
Yeah.
god.
He's like, how do you
Dude.
open Windows?
Yeah.
What's a flash drive? How do you burn a
The-
CD?
Well,
And he
it's
got
funny 'cause-
heated when he handed him a CD. He was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck you want me to do?
Yeah, I know. That's why we went to Kaiser. Like, we need you to burn a CD. He's like, yeah, I got it, man. We're done in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Are you talking? You can do that just on like any computer. It's not even like hard. Like, are you talking about the old one or the new one? Like the old IT guy or the new IT guy? Because remember there was two.
Yeah,
There
There
was the
was,
guy
there
that
was
we,
one that you guys
There
had.
was Johnny, and there was the other dude.
Mr. Elliott.
Yeah,
And he
Mr.
was a
Elliott.
weirdo. Mr. Elliott's a weirdo.
Oh, really?
Shout out Mr. Elliott.
He's watching
He was,
this.
yeah, probably. He's our fan base.
Oh.
Dude, he
Down.
really is.
But,
Oh, dude,
What's
I
happening, Mr. Elliott?
yeah, you're my man.
But yeah, he was cool,
We were talking about
dude.
the other guy, Mr. Elliott.
I remember we talked about like bands and stuff. He seemed like he was a cool guy, but he was just like, no offense, man, but he was just a shitty IT guy. Like,
Yep.
like he fucked our show up. Like,
Yeah, but
And
dude,
the next one.
yeah, yeah. I remember we went to that, dude. The big downfall of that show was that like you guys did the skit, and you had 12. I know Family Feud, that was like a clever concept, but you had 12 people in one skit, and like you
Yep.
can't give everybody good lines, and like not to mention people were just failing on jokes. Like
I try to capitalize as much as possible.
well, it's
Yeah.
hard. I mean, you got 12 guys on stage all trying to share the spotlight. I mean,
Yeah.
it was easier where you can have at least 3 people
Yeah,
on
you're-
a skit.
Yeah.
Your formula
And
is
just-
genius.
and we didn't even mean to do it like we didn't even mean to do it like, oh, we want to win this part of the thing. Like we just wanted, like everybody just
show.
wanted to make it funny. Like, and like when you have
And
you can't
it created balance for everybody.
Yeah, you can't get huge laughs when you have just like 12 people on like the stage and they're all trying to fight for a line. Like everybody's getting a one line, because that's probably how they wrote it too. Because like you can't have a back and forth conversation. I know it's supposed to be like Family Feud, but like it's probably like everybody gets a line.
That Mr. Hahn was so unplanned. We
Yeah.
literally told Mr. Winfield, like, we're riffing, all right?
Yeah.
You got to riff with us. And that's why it sucks so bad, because no one could riff.
Yeah.
And then I was the first person.
Yeah.
And I made sure I was the first person so I could be funny and let everyone else crash.
What
It
did
was
you do as your talent?
I danced in my underwear to Risky Business.
Oh
Yeah, I
had
remember that.
Mr. Highland written on my
Nice.
ass cheeks.
Nice.
And that was that. I wasn't like
Um,
crazy talented. I just wanted like the shock value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked.
I remember Justin was Mr. Corcoran.
He
Who
was.
like that's kind of deep down personal to me because I was Mr. Corcoran when I did the show. The
A lot
one
of
year
fun
I did.
people.
C-Mac
Yeah.
was Mr. Dennison.
Yeah.
I saw Dennison at that
He
show. I
ripped
was
him.
like, man, I'm the only reason that motherfucker's even here this year. He should have
Yeah.
been there last year.
Yeah, it's
He should
true.
have been there the year before.
That's so true, bro.
'Cause
but,
I told
like-
Corcoran that he was just dying laughing. I was like, we all know why he's here this year. Come on, let's just.
Yeah.
dude.
He was like, no. The kid that played you last year, the one that really ripped you apart, graduated. He can't be in the show this year.
Dude, that was
He
so,
was concerned.
Yeah, he was very concerned.
That's so fucking funny.
And then, like,
I still have that clip. We could probably watch
Teachers
it.
like Miss Weirski was like, that's messed up.
You
Bro,
see
Miss
C-Mac
Weirski had
Destroyer?
arms like
Yeah.
a pirate ship. She Miss Weirski's arms were like the sails to the
It's
Santa
like
Maria.
Yeah.
Like-
Do you see what C-Mac
Yeah.
did? Didn't he like tape like bags of soup on his arms?
Yeah. We
Try that.
we went in on the teachers. Like
Dude,
like
I was-
every teacher. Well, not
That's what
every
it's
teacher
supposed
got
to be.
roasted. Yeah, like not every teacher got roasted, but I wanted to make sure. Like even Corcoran, like he was the aggressor in our skit, but I still wanted to roast the shit out of him.
Yep.
Like I thought, like I brought the
Well,
cigarette
it was
out
in the right
and started
context too. I mean,
yeah, I brought the cigarette out and started smoking cigarettes, and then like at the end I was like, if only I could take care of that empty feeling inside. And like everybody was like, what the fuck? Dude, everyone was like, what the fuck, is he depressed? Dude. And we're like, yes. Like,
People saw like me walking. I'm like walking with my knees bent like slightly forward. They're like, oh no, what the fuck?
Yeah, as soon as you went out, it was so exaggerated. I should pull up the fucking clip, but I can even like.
Dude,
we watched it last week on the show.
Some of my teachers were just like, oh, we were worried about you. We didn't know. We thought you were gonna like go way overboard with this. At the tone I was going at to start with, and then I kind of calmed down a little bit. You know, just.
Well, you know what's funny? We didn't plan. We wrote that line. Finally, I can chow down my nutritious lunch. But we weren't planning for there to be a tray of cookies on the table.
Yeah, thanks, C-Mac.
So, like we thought he was gonna take it, and then like he was just gonna sit down and say that. But there was a plate of cookies, and he sat down in front of the plate of cookies and was like, "Finally, now it's time to chow down my nutritious lunch." And like just people just started giggling like crazy.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
That's why.
Yeah.
The next year, he fucking. I don't even know why he had ranch, but like he started pouring the bottle of ranch on like the spare table.
Really?
And he like wiped it and put like lettuce. I don't even know. Yeah.
He's fucking insane.
And then he got a smelly ass desk the rest of the show with lettuce and ranch on it.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing Dennison doing something remotely close to that, but yeah, I guess it's funny.
Were there any like, I can't remember, I'm sure there were, but were there any like piss poor talents the next year? Like you don't have to name names, but like, cause
me and you were
at Robert Vogt.
Yeah, yeah. I remember the year that we did it, he was like, I'm gonna be a soccer goalie or whatever, and everybody's like, all right, I'm already immediately uninterested in this, and like, there's no net, there's not even a net. It's like, all right, where's the net?
On my will.
He was supposed to save it. Like,
yeah,
he had one job,
and then he walked back to grab the ball, and he gave it back so he could tell the joke right. It was like,
what was the joke?
No clue. No clue.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It was probably supposed to be like he was supposed to save it, and then Will was gonna be like, oh man, like. But Will should have fed him like a lob or something. But like that's still so lame because like anybody could just fucking like catch a soccer ball.
And
like
he didn't.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You and I forgot who else was. I think it was Ben. I forgot what he did. He was he was playing the saxophone.
Yeah,
he did.
That's fucking sexy.
Yeah, he did very well.
The saxophone will get you pussy. Like,
facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Everyone put out their lights too on their phone.
Yeah, I was like, that's sick.
I was like, damn, Ben's stealing all this.
I was like, all right, time to learn the saxophone.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, I played the saxophone in 4th grade. What do you think I was thinking?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I was trying to chase that tail, bro.
I played drums up until the 8th grade. I thought it'd be like the easiest instrument to play. I was like, I don't have the windpipes to play saxophone or any other instrument that consists of just blowing into something. That just wasn't in my
drums
my
are so fun. I started playing. That was my first instrument. I got a drum set in like 4th grade.
Yeah, same.
And like I only played for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and then I stopped because we moved. And like I really have played sparingly since, and I really want to relearn like. But I learned how to play the drums the wrong way. Like I learned how to play, like a right-handed kit will be set up like this.
So you play with a right-handed kit.
Yeah, but I'm a lefty, so I played hi-hat with the left, so I'd be like this.
So your arms were crossed.
No, they weren't. They're supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your arms weren't crossed. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, your arms are supposed to be crossed when you play the hi-hat.
Oh,
and
so
snare.
you had a right-hand set.
So if I learn, I'll probably relearn on a left-hand set, just because like what the fuck. Yeah. But like.
I used to have my parents got me like this drum instructor. I mean, shout out to him. He I mean, he'd like work me really hard. Like I go there like once a week. I'd have like blisters on my hands.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Not quite my tempo.
He had the coolest setup though. I mean, I learned how to play like what's that one song called? Like Won't Back Down. Like I learned how to play that. Like he showed me like notes for like the Beatles. Like
nice.
So it was pretty cool. I mean, I was like 9 at the time. I mean, I wish I went back into it.
Yeah.
Like I played drums like in middle school. Like I was in band at Lewis. I just kind of, I don't know, like I thought I was good, but I just kind of got bored of it. Like I didn't like doing like being part of like the band. Like I didn't want to be like in a marching band in high school or something like that. I wanted to like just be like
just chilling.
Yeah, like rock and roll type stuff.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Dude, that's like fucking Elliot. Shout out to him. I haven't seen him in forever. He's a crazy drummer.
Some at the outlets randomly.
Really?
Like a ghost. He just dabbed me up and went on his way.
That's his way, man. Like like he's
shout out Elliot.
That's cool. That's the cool thing about that dude is like Like he's not here to waste your time or bother you. If he sees you, just be like, hey, what's up? Bye. Like yeah.
He's a beast.
When'd you see him? Like a few weeks ago or something?
Yeah, literally a few weeks ago.
Damn.
Was that Starbucks?
It was randomly in the alley. It's like in front of Nike, I guess.
Yeah. That's funny as hell, man.
Yeah.
I wonder how he's doing. Like we played in the band and then like that kind of like fizzled out. But I think that's because like we were just away like doing shit.
Well,
and then,
all
like,
three of you guys had
he
your
went
own
away to school.
We're going
and,
in
like,
your own direction. I mean, you,
Yeah.
Elliot, and Dylan.
Yeah.
It happens.
And I think like we liked the band and we liked kind of like the idea we had to like move forward with it. But I think like it just wasn't like. I just don't think like any of us were like that passionate about it. Like I mean, Elliot. Don't get me wrong. Elliot's super passionate about music. He's doing his own thing. He's playing with a band. But like I just feel like the actual project that we were doing, none of us were like super crazy. Like the songs we wrote and they were cool, but like I don't think any of us were super crazy about them, myself included. Like I mean I was the one basically who wrote like the songs and like they were cool, but I didn't think like. I didn't really listen to it and feel like people could really get behind this, I guess. I don't know. And maybe I was wrong, but like I guess I just got bored with it. Like exactly like you said. Like I was just kind of over like doing it. Yeah. And then I was just like, all right, let's just kind of stop. And then we played together again for Livy, shout out to Livy Price. She needed someone for her project for like audio engineering or something at Camden County. Nice. So like they had a cool studio. We went in there, they recorded us. It sounded like the cool part was that like we recorded like our like original song basically, and like it sounded the best, like it was the best version that we had heard of it. Yeah. And we don't even still have it. Which sucks because it was on a link and I think the link expired or something, but like yeah, dude, we loved that fucking we always did love that one song, and like we played it and it was the best that it sounded like studio quality, you know. Before that we had never gotten it like that.
Well,
and, like,
I thought you guys played really amazing Mr. Highland night.
Yeah,
you guys played
really
well.
Thanks.
Remember I went nuts?
We messed up a little bit.
Dude,
I remember.
Yeah, we went nuts.
I was like, what the?
I messed up a little bit, but was it cool?
We were
like
all jumping
just
around
being
with,
like
no shirt on. We got stickers on our nipples.
Do you think we were loud enough?
Stipples.
I was afraid that we weren't going to be loud enough.
I thought so. I mean,
it was like super loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was loud
cool.
as I couldn't even hear myself. We're all just jumping like, let's get it. And then
cool.
It's like everybody's got their shirt off. Manny's just trying to get that extra pump in.
Manny's just like, guys, look. Yeah. Shout out to Manny, bro. Manny's got the biggest tits. Like, Manny will send me Snapchats at like 2 a.m. and he'll just be like this, and it's just this hairy ass fucking like pecs, like his hairy ass fucking tits. And I'm just like, thanks, Manny. And then he'll send it to me, and I'll put it. We have this group chat.
I'm so glad this is the last image I'm gonna see before I go to bed tonight. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Like we have this group chat of like maybe 15 people, a bunch of people. We should add you to it because there's a lot of people. Like I think Justin's in there.
I think Harrison's in there.
Harrison's in there. I don't know if I don't think C-Mac is in there.
Gotta add
but
C-Mac.
Harrison would say like one thing like every
to
2
weeks,
and it's just like the funniest thing anybody has ever said.
Yeah, like it's one of those chats that it's like you can like put it on hide alerts, and like you don't really have to worry about it all the time. But it's like when you feel like just getting in and fucking around with the boys, like you know, and
fun guys.
Yeah, but yeah. What was I talking about?
I don't even.
Before.
We were talking about. Give me one sec.
Mr. Highland.
We were talking about Mr. Highland, and we were talking about Manny's nipples.
Oh yeah, Manny.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about fucking Manny? I don't remember, but yeah, Manny's always trying to. Oh no, yeah, like Manny would take that picture, send it to me on Snapchat. I would screenshot it, send it to the whole group chat, and then they're all like, "What the fuck?" Like.
No, people were like, "Damn, bro, he's ripped."
Yeah. Somebody was. What did some? I don't know if it was Harrison. I don't have the number saved, but it was like I sent the picture and they were somebody was like, either way, No Nut November just became a lot harder. Like.
That might have been. No, I think that was Justin.
Yeah.
It was either him or I forgot the other kid, Josh.
Who's Josh?
Josh Walker.
Oh yeah. Josh. Shout out to Josh.
Yeah.
I was like, who's Josh? Josh is
He went to Triton.
Yeah, Josh went to my middle school. He's a cool guy. He's friends with like Kevin and Nick and Manny and all them. Josh is a cool dude. He's kind of like boo. Like he kind of sounds like boo, but like, but
rip.
But he's all right. It was Black Dante's birthday the other day. Dante Range, shout out to Dante.
Remember the one Dante? He's black.
I think I've heard
Dante
of it. Last time
Harrison?
I was here, I heard about him.
Yeah. Oh, have you never met him?
I don't think so.
Damn, I feel it. Why do I think that everybody I know knows each other? I'm like,
I don't know. You guys are like one grade
It's
ahead
like
of
it's
me?
like we're all like we'll all be like
Different worlds.
all of us would be like one room. It's like Chris and Dante. It's like, you know what? I don't think we've ever had a conversation together.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. He's like, yeah, I know, right? We're gonna. He's like, what are your interests? I don't know. What are your interests? It's like, I play Xbox. Me too, man. Same.
Did Dante invited us to a birthday party 2 days after Thanksgiving? we thought it was on Thanksgiving.
Dude,
we were about to be like.
I am trying to get all my shit done before Thanksgiving break.
Yeah.
I am not doing anything for those 4 days.
Oh, we have a break?
Yeah, we get a 4-day break.
No way. Really?
We don't have school on Thanksgiving.
Well, yeah, I knew that.
And Friday we don't have school.
And apparently
Oh.
a lot of people are canceling on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So Wednesday night I have a class at 6:30.
Because nobody goes anyway.
Our professor was like, he's technically not allowed to cancel because apparently Rowan has this ridiculously strict rule on how like they can't just cancel class. So
Yeah.
he basically
but
told us
professors
like,
do it all the time.
no, that's what I mean. Like he's basically like he doesn't want to teach the class. He's basically telling us like, yeah, if nobody shows up, I mean, I guess they can't have class, right? And we're like, yeah, we're just not gonna. Well, it took us 2 minutes to figure. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh
Yeah.
man, let's not go to class.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all stupid.
I don't get it. Like, do you think teachers like clock in? Like, what do they do? Like,
What do you mean?
Because when or professors like because technically like if a professor was like, hey, I'm not feeling well,
Well, they get
we're not
paid by-
having class
well, they have
today.
salary.
They do have some.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
like then if a professor's like, oh, I'm not feeling well, we're not having class today, they just don't come and nobody shows up.
And they
So
still
like,
get
why
paid.
couldn't a professor just like do? Yeah, like why couldn't? I guess like in what case would a professor get in trouble for not showing up if kids showed up and then they complained? I guess I
It's
don't
like-
know.
Well, I mean, I feel like the kid, like, I mean, I guess you could complain if it's, like, that happened to me once last year. It was 8 a.m. Comp 2. It's the professor I was talking about earlier in the
Yeah.
podcast. There was one day we all showed up to class at 8 a.m.
The guy with the midlife crisis.
Yeah, and he just didn't show up. He just didn't even let us know that he wasn't going to be there. And so we all wrote our name on a paper, we waited 20 minutes, and we all booked it.
Yeah.
And, like, so I'm not going to mention this guy's name. So I'm taking this one class this semester, so we have a professor for lecture, and for our lab instructor, he's not even a professor, he's just some graduate student.
Yeah,
He's like a learning assistant or TA, whatever it's called.
Teacher's assistant.
And this guy, so I have lab every Thursday morning at 8 a.m. This man always comes in late, at like 45 minutes late. The one time we were supposed to have a quiz, and he just didn't show up at all, so we all left. And then our lab period goes from 8 a.m. till 10:45. So we're all sitting in a collab downstairs. We get an email like 9:45 a.m. An hour and 45 minutes after class starts. We get an email from a professor. He's like, yeah, such and such isn't going to be here today. Somebody will be giving your quiz. I'm like, what? Like when? Like we all just walked out. So we all had to go back into class because some mystery man's going to be distributing a quiz to us.
Yeah.
And it was just the way they handled the whole thing was just a shit
Just
show.
sounds
That's
unprofessional.
involved.
It sounds not only are you in an extremely high pressure major, like where like you should be shitting your pants about that quiz anyway.
they just treat
like
us like
and
shit.
they try to tell you oh like we're this major so like this is very important and you're not gonna be able to do this and this and then like for them to just be like oh fuck it like we'll just we'll just jerk these guys off.
Yeah, and
Like-
this grad student, like the next week, he's like telling us, he's like, yeah, well, last week there was a miscommunication between me and the professor, and then he tries to turn the situation on us. He's like, that doesn't give you guys the right to walk out of class. I mean, whatever make-believe rule you guys believe in, like, you can leave after 20 minutes. It's not a real rule. Like, you guys are adults. I'm like, fuck you. You're an adult. You can't even make
You can't even show up on time to your
Facts.
job.
And we
asshole.
Facts.
we told him, like, one kid.
Did you say that? Did
I
anybody-
didn't. We have one person in our class. Like this kid's my boy. Like he's like the political spokesman of our graduating class. Like
Yeah.
so he's like, I'm gonna say this in the most respectful way possible. Like we pay to be here.
Exactly.
And then this guy like turns around. He turns the situation around on him. He's like, well, to be fair, I also have a 3-year-old who doesn't like to get dressed in the morning. I'm like, fuck you. You don't.
Fuck your 3-year-old.
should-
You have responsibilities, and it's called
Yeah.
fucking getting your job, asshole.
Yeah.
Wear
like-
a condom, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It's so ridiculous.
Pull
It was
out.
so ridiculous.
Yeah,
Like,
it's tough.
And like
yeah.
all our lab
You can't put your kid. I hate when people do that when they don't come through with their obligations and they use their kid as an excuse.
Yeah,
like,
they
dude, your kid is not an excuse. Like, you made that choice to have that kid. And when I have a kid, I'm not going to show up an hour late to my job and just say, "Oh, well, my kid."
Yeah.
Like, fuck
And
you.
he
You should get fired.
I was like, yeah, this ageless 3-year-old kid that like he just makes up to, to get him out of every bad situation.
Yeah,
I almost made one
But
up
like he's
Yeah.
for work. Yeah, I'm like, my 3-year-old, I can't stay another hour.
yeah, I mean,
They're like,
I made a big time mistake in high school, man. Just
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
I didn't do what I had to do. And
Gotta
it's just
stick to no,
yeah, it was
Yeah.
yeah, the guy was just like being such a dick, and it makes me mad because like all of our lab assignments, like we gotta use like this one, like it's
You
like
should let me come through and fucking beat his ass.
yeah, if you
Yeah,
guys
let's
want,
jump
yeah,
him.
Yeah, let's
we
jump
gotta
the
use
shit out.
this. I mean, I'll try to like we're using like this 3D modeling software. Like we don't know how to fucking use it. It's like you know how Rowan they give you the shittiest softwares to work with
Facts.
because they don't want to like pay money for a good one.
Mhm.
It's like this man doesn't even know how to use it, so we just gotta learn like ourselves. So he's basically like, yeah, you guys are fucked. You're on your own. Just look it up online. I'm like, when you fucking look it up online, you don't even know how to use this stuff.
Yeah, and does he like lecture you guys? Does he teach like?
The grad student himself? No, our professor does. Like, I love my professor. He's a really cool guy.
Mhm.
This guy, though, he wasn't even an engineering major in his undergrad. What is he doing here?
What is he like a?
He was a physics major, but, like, he literally doesn't know jack shit. Like, we spent 2 hours today on 2 homework problems. We should have had that. And, like, he fucked it up because we all have Chegg pulled out, and Chegg has a different answer.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, but Chegg has 12 likes on this answer, so you're wrong. He's like, nope, Chegg's wrong. I'm right. I'm like, all right, man.
I feel like there's probably so many arrogant people in that major.
Oh,
No
dude,
offense,
I
but I'm
know.
just like,
oh
I figure
yeah,
you
I know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm dumb as fuck though.
Nah, dude, you're smart. There's a difference between like, I guess maybe there's not, but I'm thinking like if I feel like there's a difference. Like there's 2 different kind of smarts. Like there's the kind of smarts where it's like, that kid's just smart. He just gets everything. Everything comes easy to him. But I feel like there's another kind of smart where like you really don't understand something at all, and then
But
like,
you have a desire.
but then
I mean,
figure
you wanna
out. But then
learn.
like your brain, you work your
You work your way to figuring that out.
into allowing your brain to figure that out. Yeah, exactly. And like I feel like that's like different, but I feel like that's gotta feel more like, because if you just like go to do something, you're like, oh, this shit's easy, like you're kind of bored with it at that point, you know. But if you really stick to something and you figure it out and you do good at it, like it probably feels like a big payoff, you know.
Yeah.
It's probably really
Yeah.
rewarding.
We had our
Like,
we had 2 exams so far in this class. Our first exam class average was a 70. And
Dang.
apparently the professor was like, oh, how was it? I gave you a really easy exam. It's like, let's make it a little harder. Second exam comes around, class average 44.
what a douchebag.
And then
bro.
he's like, oh,
they
how was the
know
exa-"
they know that you're gonna get those grades.
Yeah, and he's
too.
like, and then after the exam, like our next lecture, he's like, oh, how was the exam? It was easy, right? And I'm like, yeah, we all failed.
yeah, we'll meet you in the parking lot.
Yeah, we're gonna we're gonna take the air out of your tires. What car are you driving?
Yeah, fucking douchebag, dude. But I mean, like, also, they're not supposed to. That shit's supposed to be hard, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm not like I don't take it personally.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to, I did. I mean,
So like,
but
how do you feel like you would be using that stuff? Like when you when you got out of school, if you're working at just like some company or something, like what do you think you would be doing exactly?
I feel like what we're doing. You mean like how much would I actually be using in a classroom in a real life?
Well, I guess like what I'm trying to say is like, what would you have learned in college that you were trained for to do at like, for example, like Lockheed?
I mean,
or
mainly
something?
just working in a group, like how you work with other people.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
probably the most important thing. That's probably the bare minimum of what I learned that I'll probably be able to apply in the workforce.
But I mean, like if you're doing engineering, like are you gonna be like a coder, or are you gonna do like other stuff, or like?
I'm not gonna be an engineer.
Well, like
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying.
I thought you were hitting home. I was like,
No.
Yeah.
my boy.
Oh no, I kind of
Well-
just want to. I want to do like both. I don't want to
Yeah.
just be coding. I want to do like maybe code and then build stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because everything now it's software and hardware based.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I don't want to
True.
just be like one specific thing. I'm not like I don't want to be one of those guys like just write code for 8 hours. It's not good for my back, you know.
Yeah, not at all.
Just sitting in a chair. I was.
Are there
I mean,
any?
yeah, I was like making a joke, and then again, it's like I really don't want to do that though. 'Cause I don't
Yeah.
want to get a bad back.
Are there any kids in your major that are just like fucking amazing coders? Like,
Oh yeah, we have a couple kids who like, we have this one kid who's just been doing this stuff since he was 5 years old. Like, I mean, he's a really nice kid though. Like when you get to know him, I mean, he's very socially inept. Like he's just like he's like a cyborg. You wouldn't even think he's a human being. Like shows no feelings, but he's a really nice kid. Like he's always open to like helping me and my friends.
Yeah.
So he's just been doing this since he was like his dad's been training him for this moment.
Yeah.
It's like
his
either
whole life.
it's like either it's like we were like there's two theories. It's like it's either his dad like trained his kids to be like this, or it's like the dad wanted his kids to just be like normal people, and then the kids just turn out to be like that. It's not, or either that, or it's like these kids were like, I wanted to play baseball, and like, no, you're gonna write code when you're 5.
that would suck.
Yeah, it's either.
Because when you're 5, you're like, code? What's code? What? That's stupid. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
just numbers.
It's like, oh, you
Like-
fucked up this program. No soup for you tonight. Like,
Yeah.
Papa. The soup.
I think that's what Chris Walton is doing. Like, he's a CS major. Shout out to my buddy Chris. But I think that's mostly what he does, just like code and stuff.
yeah, I mean, like, it kind of sucks though, because like at Highland we didn't have any classes that like taught us anything about
About that. Yeah.
any of that stuff.
Yeah, and
mean, I didn't know how to
Highland, they just
code.
wanted us to learn science, history, English, math.
And then
I mean, like,
Phys
don't like
ed.
honestly.
Highland, like you.
I
could-
was glad that I took like the math and science courses that I took. Like, I'm glad I took calc because that
Yeah.
really helped me, and physics for this curriculum. Other than that, like
Yeah.
I love Carvalho. It's like, what do we?
Here's the
And-
bandsaw for the 5th time,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, I
Don't
know.
cut your finger off.
We're gonna make cubes. We're gonna draw cubes for 3 weeks.
Everyone's
No,
like,
I
hey,
love
Carvalho. Yeah. Dude, that was like I never had like him really, but I had
was awesome, though.
I had
He was-
Miss Whitaker for
Yeah.
innovative engineering.
Yeah, I did too.
Freshman
Yeah.
year, and we had to make an egg car.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Me
That
and
was-
like everybody else was like drawing up sketches and planning out. Me and Brandon Paradise, do you remember him?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
made
yeah.
the fucking most retarded egg car. Like we were just like, all right, we obviously don't know what we're doing. Let's just take a block. We'll do this. This is where we'll put the egg, and then we're just gonna pad the shit out of it. That was our plan. We're just
Yeah.
gonna like pad the shit out of it. It's not gonna look pretty. It's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
And we did that, and the first time we tried it, it wouldn't go because we put too much hot glue on the sides. Because we smothered this thing in hot glue.
Yeah, you
like
have
we,
to.
yeah,
How
we,
is it gonna stick together?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, I remember Carvalho was like one time he's like, I forgot the one thing. It was like that one boat we had to make. Like it was supposed to like
Yeah,
move
the
on
fucking
water.
like the plexiglass.
I don't think anybody ever actually got the fucking work. He's like, why do you have so much?
I was in that class. I think.
Yeah, he was like, why are you using so much hot glue on this? He's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah.
It's the only tool we know how to combine stuff with.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember we made that car and it was so bad, and we had to race against it was Taylor Hagen and Haley. Do you remember Haley Kudzmas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, them two were like a group, and we had to race against them, and like they were
Studs.
talking all this shit about how, because they were like, you know, they're girls, so like they had like the perfect like thing, and they did it all measured, and ours looked like retarded, but like they went and did their thing, and to this day Taylor will blame it on like me doing it a certain way, so it like flipped up and hit the thing, but their car just sucked ass, and like and there was no padding, and the egg was fucking destined for death.
Yeah.
And like it was all, and like then we pulled it back, and the egg just fucking exploded, and then like we did ours, and the egg survived. It didn't even break.
Yeah.
And we were like, fuck yeah, like
Fuck Taylor.
yeah, we were just so fucking like hype, yeah. But you know, that was all in good fun. But yeah, I never took another engineering class after that. But I really wish I did because they looked really fun.
Yeah,
it looked like a lot of bullshit.
Dude, I really
Yeah.
thought like my impression going into college was like, oh, this is gonna be like Carvalho's class. It's like Carvalho's class on steroids.
It's like
Yeah.
Time
It's-
Siebert's
Yeah, but
class.
it's like you don't have like Carvalho's class was like, oh, if it doesn't work, it's like, all right, -2, you get a 98. It's like, oh, it doesn't work. All right, you failed the class. I'll see you next year.
Who's that?
Like at college.
Oh,
just
like college, yeah,
But no, it
true.
literally turned like, all right, the project doesn't work. Let's sit next to the. Hey man, can you send me that? He's like, yeah, man, I got you.
Dude, DVP in digital video production with Kaiser, we were doing like Adobe After Effects or something.
Yeah.
And fucking Ryan, we couldn't get this video, like we had to get this baseball into this thing or something stupid.
Yeah.
And we were like, Ryan, can you send us that? And Ryan sent it to like 8 people, and we all submitted it, just the same video.
Goons.
And like and we all got fucking like A's. We all got hundreds. Like it was retarded. Shit was so stupid.
Oh my
I had to write this movie review or something. Like we had to do some type of assignment, and I wrote something. I was like, Kaiser, you have to fucking see this shit, man. Like it was like all the like just like this crazy like, and he was like, dude, I keep that movie review on my fridge. It's awesome, like, because it was just like a edgy, just fucking weird like thing. I don't know. It was funny though, and like yeah, that was wild. What else has been going on in the lives of?
We have this
Sean
we have this one professor. He's actually like I think he's one of the heads of like the ECE department.
Yeah.
He's just so. I mean, I love this guy, but I think he's been electrocuted way too many times. Like he's like. I'll show you a picture of him so it's like easier to put it into perspective. But dude, this guy. So basically, like our class is from 6:30 to 7:45, and this man lets us out at 7:20, so we're in there for 50 minutes because he's like, yeah, well, it's a 3-credit class. It shouldn't be more than 50 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And we're not even there for 50 minutes. So we have one girl in our entire class. It's an engineering major. It's a big sausage fest, you know. She's like, all right, only girl in the class. You're going to be the timekeeper.
Damn.
And then it's like, timekeeper, how we doing? It's like, we have 5 minutes left. He's like, oh my God, all right, let's just end class now. Because I don't feel like being here. This is what this guy looks like.
That's what I thought he was.
Savage.
Dude, the crazy part about that is that I have a professor that looks almost exactly like that.
Yeah.
And he does the same thing.
Dude.
My communication theory professor, I swear to God, like, dude looks fucking just like that. I'll find his picture to prove it to you. And
Yeah.
like,
Two identities.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like, the latest he ever started class was like maybe 2:12 or 2:18 p.m. and he finished it at like 2:50 p.m. Like 2:50.
Yeah, we were there. We were there the other night. I think it was. Oh, last night we started at 6:30. We left at like 7 o'clock. He's like, "All right, that's all I have for you guys tonight. Go home."
Let me find this guy, dude. He's
Psych professors are so different.
really.
They're like.
Are they
instead of, like-
hard asses?
No,
Or
they like care about you so much, but like they don't at the same time. So like, it's like my health psychology professor. She's like, listen, I know you have like 5 classes and like homework each night, and that's rough. And we're like, oh, she understands. And then she gives us like a fucking huge essay to do every week. She's like, but there's always time. And like, if she knows she's gonna end class early, she'll make us all do yoga and stretch for 10 minutes.
Oh, that is
and
awesome.
then finish the class, and then that.
Dude,
It's like,
if I taught an engineering class, I think I would have done like, or just any college class. I'm like, all right, we're gonna like do yoga, we're gonna like meditate for like 10 minutes.
Exactly.
Half the class would probably be like, oh, fuck this guy. Who's he think? He thinks he's some hot shit. I'm like, all right, fuck you. You can be as stiff as you want.
Yeah. Today we did like tree pose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like We Fit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Picture
Which is super cool.
Picture this guy with like a long haircut. Like that's basically.
Wow.
This is the guy that like lets us out. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same type of guy.
Yeah, it's literally him.
Yeah.
Like his impression is like, all right, we're all like pretty dumb, like we don't know what's going on. So what he thinks like every idea that we have is awesome and that we're a genius at the same time. But if you try to like question what he's doing, like you try to act like some arrogant prick, like he's not gonna like you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so
I
like,
wouldn't.
So like we had like this one group like propose their idea for the final project, and these kids have been trying to like get this final project for the entire semester. So like he just, I feel like he just doesn't really like them at this point. He just ripped apart their presentation, like not the project, but just like the PowerPoint itself.
Yeah.
He's like, why do you have the block diagram and that other diagram in the same slide and it's really small? And like theirs was like 20 slides long. And then like our group, it's just me, Dawson, and 2 other people. Ours was 3 slides. So our idea for the final project, we're gonna have like, it's called a smart toolbox. And like, so basically the toolbox will have like these sensors. So it'll be like, oh, you can have like a 4-digit passcode to open the toolbox, and it'll tell you like, on like an LCD screen, it'll be like, oh, you have this many tools in your toolbox. Like let's say somebody were to steal something out of your toolbox, it'll be like an alarm system, you know, like a security device. And he's like, this guy, the professor, he's like, he was also in the military for 4 years.
You could turn that into like a safe.
Exactly.
Like a gun safe or something.
Yeah, that's why he loved it, because it's like, it could be a military application. This guy was in the military for 4 years. He's like, wow, this is awesome.
Really?
Our PowerPoint was like
He
3
loved
slides
it?
long. It's like
They did 20. Well, who wants to sit through 20 fucking gay
yeah,
slides?
dude, our slide.
Just get the
dude,
idea
our
across.
slideshow was like 2 minutes long. Like my one friend is like, all right, here are the key features. Next slide's like, all right, I'm gonna do like the inputs and outputs, and then like the next slide it's like Dawson's like, all right, this is this is everything that Sean and him said in block diagram form, and he's like, everybody stop for a second. The professor's like, look at that PowerPoint. They have a block diagram, and it took up the entire fucking slide. He's like, that is awesome. And it's like, all right, that's any questions? He's like, this is going to be like, you should propose this to Boeing. He's like, you should propose this to like some government company. This is
all
awesome.
3 slides of it.
And then
Maybe
like,
you guys should.
yeah, I know. And then after
If you can build it.
after our presentation, I'm like, all right, guys, how the fuck do we actually do this?
Yeah.
Because we just sold them on a smart toolbox.
Yeah, you gotta build one
Yeah.
now.
Rip.
Well, we actually don't, like, because of like time constraints, we only have like, what, 2 weeks left?
Yeah.
We just got to get the proof of concept to work. So like, we're not literally building a toolbox. We just got to get like the circuitry shit to work, like the sensors to work, like in theory.
Yeah. You gotta you could sell that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the plan.
You
Yeah,
should make
man.
it like have like a scanner thing.
But
like at a
patent
grocery
it
store.
as your own technology.
Yeah. So like, yeah, when you put it in and it's like you have a hammer, it like scans the hammer and it's like, oh, 1 hammer's in here. And, like,
Yeah.
then you can see like all the contents, and when you take it out, it's like, oh, hammer's gone.
You could use that for like safes. That could apply to safes. That could apply to like gun safes they have at police stations and like military containers.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
for sure.
And like that could apply to like cash registers and store. That could, Sean. That could like if you guys really got that to work, you could like put that everywhere.
Yeah.
Before somebody else. Has somebody else come up with anything similar?
Cut the
I have
camera.
no
cut the
idea.
camera.
Yeah.
Get that patent.
What?
Turn it down. All the way.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
my
know.
bad. I was
And that's where we left the
We're
treasure.
back,
my friend's goldfish was sick. He asked me like, what's
Keep it private.
goldfish medicine?
Yeah. We were talking about goldfish medicine. But anyway, well, I don't know what's going on. I'm just excited to do this fucking comedy show.
Me too. I'm excited to get back into it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun as hell.
It's been a minute.
I mean, honestly, we could probably rap. Like,
Dude.
I can always just.
Every time I hear rap, all I think was Panch, just being in Glassboro all day.
Yeah.
You guys ever get Panch?
I don't like Panch.
Oh,
so
really?
much. Yeah, it's okay though.
Yeah.
I know it's good.
I just
Moe's.
I'll go to
You ever had
Panch.
Moe's?
Love Moe's.
I like Moe's.
Yeah, I'll go to either Panch or like Smashburger or Wawa just because like that's all there is on Delsey.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Panch ain't
Salad
bad.
Works is good.
I went to Panch one time though, and I was so cooked, and I'd never been there before, and it was like extra, so it was extra confusing.
Yeah.
And like, and
Yeah, especially when you get a guy, it's like you don't really know what he's saying. He's like, you want chicken or a chicken?
yeah, the
Chicken or
dude.
chicken? I'm
I
like,
felt bad.
"Aw,
I was so
man."
high. The guy kept asking me stuff I wanted, and I walked him through every single ingredient. Like I didn't just say
I
what
love
I wanted.
love the people.
I
who
walked
are,
him through like he was like, "You want this?" I was
Yeah.
like, "No."
Dude.
You want this? No. You want this? No. You want that? Yeah, sure.
like
You want this? No. Like I
Yeah.
kept like stringing him along the whole way, and all I got was like chicken, beans, and rice, and like
what the fuck?
I didn't get anything else on it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, but I was like, whatever. Like I was so fucking baked. The guy was so pissed off at me. But then I went to Moe's and I got a bowl of all this shit, and I like you can get Moe's has good steak, good potato, like they have like real shit, like good steak and chicken, and like all, and I got this all in a bowl, and I fucking loved it. Moe's is a great place.
Moe's nachos are like that big. It's crazy.
Yeah, the nachos are great too.
Like we go to Panch, like I gotta stop going there now so often. It's like we'd go there like ideally like 2 to 3 days a week, and like the guy working there, like the same people working there, they're like, hey, what's up, guys? And like we see you, we saw you yesterday, right? We're like, yeah, we're starving. You know, people school ain't feeding us.
Yeah, dude. What was I gonna say? You know, it's a great place you guys should check out. It's called like, I think it's called like El Mariachi. Like El Mariachi Mexican restaurant. It's not the one on Robo. That's a fake. Like that's a cool place to go to, I guess. But it's like a fake ass Mexican restaurant. Like this is an authentic Mexican restaurant.
Is it on Delsey?
It's on. Oh shit! It might be. I always see it. What's parallel to New Street? Because when I'm driving down New Street, like towards like Victoria and stuff, I see it like.
Ellis Street.
Between I don't know. It might be on Delsey Drive, but it's like right around. It's like
it's near Victoria.
Yeah, it's like, but before you get there, like it's like on the way. You know, it's like it's kind of near like the intersection with the ShopRite and stuff, and like. But like it's somewhere around there. Like it's close by, but it's a cool ass place, dude. I knew this was an authentic restaurant, like Mexican restaurant, when I went in there. There's like bright lime green paint and like blue paint accenting it, but like on the kitchen door some of it's chipped off. Like they have a Santeria shrine in the corner. Like I was like, this shit is real. Like you could tell they had like Spanish music playing over the speakers. Like
that's where you gotta go to, like California, like especially like South California, like in San Diego. Like they got a lot of authentic Mexican restaurants that are really good.
Yeah.
It ain't that fucking Taco Bell bullshit. No, I'm
just
kidding. I like Taco.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah, I love
Taco Bell's
Taco
good
Bell.
too. It's just like you can't. They're two different realms. Like they're two different things. Like you can't look at like
Oh yeah, I know. I was just.
Yeah. But like you can't if you want Taco Bell, you gotta look at. It's like Taco Bell's in the fast food category. You know, you're like, oh, what fast food are we gonna get? I feel like when you say like what Mexican food are we gonna get, you're thinking of like something or like but like if you're like what fast food are we gonna get, Taco Bell's always an amazing option. I'm not saying that's what you were saying, Sean. I just was like thinking of like I don't know.
Yeah.
But
you ever been to El Tequila?
No, but I've heard about it. Where's that?
Authentic. It's like in the middle of wherever the Glen Landing people went.
Oh,
not Stratford.
Sommerdale?
Sommerdale, yep. It's in
Oh,
Sommerdale.
nuh-uh.
Is it like near like somewhere near like Philly Diner? Or
is it near like Webb's or like Sterling or something?
I've only been there once, but it's really close to Sterling.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like home owned by like the one family.
Dude, let's
so
fucking go sometime.
Yeah.
It's so tough.
Yeah.
I know the daughter of the person who owns it.
Oh, cool.
Sarah Lee Gonzalez.
Ooh.
Shout out to Sarah Lee.
Shout out to Sarah Lee. It's a cool name. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess we can wrap. It's a good show. I'll try to trim out. At least I'll know to trim
that goldfish
towards the end. Yeah, that goldfish moment. We don't want that. We don't want you guys hearing about our goldfish. So. Yeah. Yeah. All right, boys. Episode 32. It's been a good one.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure. Sean Rain.
Always a pleasure.
All right, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Go down there. There's a bunch of links for you can listen to this on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. I'm gonna start working on Spotify. I haven't really gotten around to learning about Spotify yet, but I'm gonna do that soon. Definitely check this out. If you're a Rowan student or you're in the area, come out on Monday night to the Laugh Off Comedy Competition in the Rowan Student Center. Show starts at 9:15. We'll be performing at some point. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
That'll be great.
Yeah, peace and love. See you guys later. Peace. See you next week. See everybody next week.
Take Keith. Fuck, dude.